Hello and welcome to this tango video tutorial. We are Iris and Helmut from Atelier SOL, Vienna. And today it's a follow-up video on the sequence of change of direction through a cross of the leader. The other day we saw from a rebote, outside walk, and a change of the leader that created a forward ocho. Today we have in mind to show you from the cross. I search this position, and the first one is that I go into half turn. The second variation is from the cross from parallel system. Again, we create outside walk, change through cross of the leader, and we continue with the Sacada into a rebote. And the third variation that we will see is that from the cross that we established, we go back to a forward ocho, but we use this forward ocho to go into a sequence of Colgadas. We would like to use close embrace as a starting point. In the cross, we need to create a little bit of space so that here we can be comfortable. As before, I create a cross to create a pivot. In this case, now I change my weight to exit with a half turn. One more time. So we go to the cross, can be from outside system or can be from inside. I change the direction of the couple and I change the weight one more time to go to the half turn. Here we use the concept that we call the free pivot. Because I'm moving around her, she is pivoting. First in the change of direction, so because I move my center, the first, and then again for the half turn. So in order that it works, we need to be stable with our embrace. Stable doesn't mean rigid, doesn't mean tense. So we give our partner a very soft embrace, but we feel how here all our reference points of the ribs, of the pelvis, of the elbows and the wrists. We take the cross and here free pivot, change and go to the half turn. In the second variation, we use the same starting point. So from the cross, we create the pivot with the same, but then instead of going backward, I go forward. And it depends a little bit on how much I open, how much turn I create with the Sacada. I can create the Sacada more like atmosphere or like this impulse outside, or I can create the Sacada as another continuation of the turn. Not to make it not too complicated, we decided now to go for the version with the rebote. So here I change direction, Sacada, and then I have the rebote. One more time. In close embrace, we create a little bit of space. First change of direction, and we continue, track, and we finish with apertura. If you want, and you're already familiar with back crosses, it's a very nice moment to have a back cross for the follower. So second variation B is that here after changing back, I could lead a back cross. One more time. So we have normal cross, change of direction, and here I don't continue into a pivot, and I just finish parallel by that creating a cross. Like this, I could even use the half turn from the first variation as an exit. One more time, at the direction. So we go into cross, outside walk, change of direction, Sacada into a backward cross, track, low voleo, and we finish with apertura. The third variation, we want to finish again with a forward 8, as in the video that we published 4 weeks ago. And now I would like to use this for an intro to Colgadas. And for example, 2 Colgadas, and the third I exit back to axis is something that I like to dance. We have the change of direction, and with this we start our sequence of Colgadas. If I go into a Colgada, maybe I don't need to be very linear with this forward 8 position. So it could also be that after establishing the change of direction, I let her go around. Especially in the beginning, it's a little bit easier, and especially if it's a crowded milonga, you stay more on the spot, and it will be easier to keep it. If you have space, it can also be nice to continue on the line. Then you have to turn more here to continue here. But you see now we move 2 meters ahead. If it's a crowded milonga, maybe you don't have that much space. This time, 3 impulses, no big explications. There are other videos of all the sequences that we showed, how to get there in detail, about how to create the first turn, how to create the Sacada and the backward cross if you don't know this sequence, and also about Colgadas. As always, we will be happy to receive a like from you if you enjoyed this session, and if you have any questions or comments, write us and we'll get back to you.